Look, we got power back. They even have a radio kind.
All three together, and there's only one word to
fancy.
describe it.
Plugged in, running through a cord, through and out, way out, way out, to the car. I have my 700 watt inverter hooked up. Not getting power. Didn't go to work again because they don't have any power kind. So no point in going in because I can't do my job without that kind. So I love that. Fortunately, still frozen solid. So I'm in luck, and I'm going to be able to save my shit because somebody I know has got a freezer that's empty, and they're going to take all my stuff kind and things like that. So I'll be able to save all my shit. Yeah, I love that kind. And then what else? It's Halloweeny today, but you can't. But I did just in case, And I don't know if I'll do it, but what I was thinking of doing, so you know, beep beep beep. What I was thinking is running a cord over to the wires here, because it plugs in somewhere down there, and plugging that into the inverter. But I haven't decided yet. That might, I mean, they're just a couple of strings of LED lights. I mean, I really don't see that pulling a whole bunch of power. And probably only have them on for a couple hours, but chances are we ain't going to get anybody this year, or very few. But we got the candies kind. And otherwise, I found they have Wi-Fi at Sunrise Mall. So I went on the Wi-Fi over there. I got on the Wi-Fi, and I don't know where it is. Here it is. Okay. Come where there's light. Here. Over here. Put this down. One of them got a little wet, unfortunately, but that was 2010. I guess I should write on there what we got. 15, 30, 45, 54. And that was 25, 26, 27, 15, 20, no, I'm counting these wrong. Well, anyway, you could see what it is. I thought we had a lot more last year. Oh yeah, there's 45, 48. So, okay. And this was like 54, so that's that. And I still had the papers, so I could make another one for 2011. 2012. Oh boy, for 2012, and then you can't, and it'll probably be a big fat zeros. But anyway, I'm gonna have to start getting my shit together. I could have actually plugged this in. I didn't even think of it. That's got a clock on it and a radio. And a phone, which isn't going to work anyway. Oh well, that would have worked too. So I was just going to take a ride down to, or actually a walk down to the corner to see if they cleared the trees that are down there. But of course they haven't. Oh well. However, there's an extension cord. And another extension cord, and lights, and more lights, and the flashy light. I don't know how well you can see that. I beg my pardon. I'd like to say the sign worked, however, the trick-or-treaters came before. I had 3 of them come, so at least the year wasn't a total loss. And that was the deal with that. So we're just hanging out for a while, and not too much going on. Couple quick updates. 10 so far. Not fucking bad, considering we got no power and nobody's really out. It's still early. It's actually extra early because none of the childrenses are in school. But we got 10 so far, and I want to show you something else. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the battery backup is still beeping. 2 days later, it's got enough power to beep, but that's it. But something interesting I noticed is you can see the discoloration in the carpet, right where the edge of the light is, up there. See, and it goes all the way out that way. The whole area is damp. And I said, what the fuck? Now, years ago, we had a problem with the toilet upstairs, and it started leaking down here, and all kinds of stuff, and it made the carpet wet over here. And I said, shit, I really don't need this in the middle of the storm. And then I finally realized why it's damp and what the deal is. And the answer is the fridge defrosted. This fridge is not a frost-free one, so it had a nice buildup of frost, and that melted, and apparently the floor is sloped enough, and the carpet said, so that's what happened. Alright, just something else I wanted to mention. Last night, you know, because we have no power still, but we do have a gas-rated stove, like I showed you, that kind. I had, you know, I got stuff in the big freezer downstairs, the body freezer, and I had to make it before it goes bad, you know. So last night I got some big fucking Angus steaks, huge, big motherfuckers, really, really big fuckers. And, sorry, Lion. Anyways, I had these real big steaks, and they were still, I took them out like early on in the day, and they were kind of defrostrating on the counter. But, you know, they didn't quite make it, so I had to help them defrost. So I did some pan searing, and here's one of the pans. The other one's in the sunk. And I seared it on the stove, both sides, and then took it out and grill rationed it out there. And that was pretty much that. And to be eating, I actually went out last night and I got onions. Just to go, because you gotta have onions with the steak. Gotta have onions with the steak. So, anyway, after I did that, we sat down and had dinner last night. And we had, you know, real good steak in the middle of a power outage. It was fucking brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. So, we're having chicken tonight. And that's sitting here waiting to defrost. I usually pop it in the microwave, but we got a problem because we don't have any power kind. So it's just sitting out to defrost. But anyway, this goes in a pan on the stove, so I got to wash that out. And I got the other one in the sunk here that's just soaking to clean her out. And we're going to have a whole chickeration dish. We'll turn this way so the light works there. I gotta deal with the daylight you have. It sucks at night when there's no light at all, because then you gotta have the flashlight, and I don't want to keep it on too long because if the batteries go dead, you can't get that kind here. And yeah, the line is still roaring. But anyway, that's the deal. So we're just waiting, and we'll see what happens later on. I love how everybody sticks together when there's a big natural disaster of some kind, whether it be a big snowstorm, the hurricane like we had, just something that throws a huge blanket over the planet, just something that really cripples us as human beings. The parents are still taking their kids out. This is unreal. I'm only sorry that I couldn't get dry ice because they're out of that kind because everybody else needed it, and they have no frigidation. But I'm telling you, people are sticking together, and I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Pacific Islander. It doesn't make a difference who you are. In times of catastrophe and that, we all tend to stick together. I really like that. I really like seeing that. I like people helping each other out when there's like a snowstorm and somebody's car gets stuck, and they get 3 guys together or whatever and try to push a car out, you know, while somebody's in the car trying to get it. You know, they'll do anything. People will do anything to help each other out. That's really what it's all about. Forget cell phones, tablets, PCs, laptops. Fuck all the shit I work on. I'm tired of that shit. Whatever happened to being a fucking human being to somebody else, huh? Well, anyway, we got 17 people so far, and I'm absolutely overjoyed. And we saw the radio running, everything else. People were amazed that you could run the house off the car, but I'm only running a couple things, obviously. But either way, doesn't matter. I've learned to drink warm beer, and it's just about passable, because the house is kind of chilly. It's like 60 degrees, so we're just dealing with it. Hopefully we'll get power back soon enough that we can actually go and turn the heat on for the next disaster of October. But here we are in the last day of October, the month of Dickardness, and so far, so good. So we'll come back later. Well, not for nothing. 32 so far. Not too damn bad. Oh, phone. I gotta go. Well, we're trudging along. It's 5:06 p.m. And we have 20, 30, 35. If we get 11 more, it'll beat last year. If we get 17 more, it'll beat 2 years ago. But even if we get no more, I think that's still a pretty fair number. So anyway, I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting for it to get dark. Because it's still light out, kind. Oh, you can't see that way. Yeah, it's still light out. So we're just hanging out, waiting, and we'll see if we get anybody else. While we're getting there, you can see out the window, you see a house, and then you don't, but it's still there. See, everything's fine. Just the windows are fogged up. Why? Because I'm trying to kill myself with carbon monoxide poisoning, because I don't have carbon dioxide to kill myself with the dry ice. I know you can't really see anything, but anyway, I got a pot of water here boiling on the stove for a couple hours. Keep adding water to it, and we'll use that as heat for today, and that's it. So I gotta go about another half hour or so, keep this up, half hour, something like that, and then I gotta pack all my shit up and get out of here. And oh, incidentally, that LED indicates that we have FM stereo, so I beg my pardon. And that would be the tablet-rated charging over there. All plugged into the stuff, which you can't see, but anyway, that's the deal, so take care.